and final panel discussion of the day is titled Empowering Global Trade of Recyclables from the UAE to the World. We've got some interesting panelists, and I'm going to invite them on stage one by one. I'm going to start with Ms. Susie Burrage, OBE, President of the British Metals Recycling Association, UK.
I would firstly like to thank Mr. Merzi Sodawaterwala and Mr. Ranjit Singh Bakshi for giving me this opportunity to speak to you all this afternoon about recycling, the recycling industry, and its vital role in sustaining the future of our planet Earth. Recycling protects the environment, minimises pollution, reduces the amounts going to landfill, conserves natural resources, saves energy, and reduces the amount of harmful carbon dioxide emissions entering our atmosphere. On my way into this marvellous venue, here at the Museum of the Future this morning, I noted the excellent words of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, inscribed on the wall. He said, "We may not live for hundreds of years, but the products of our creativity leave a legacy long after we've gone." This resonated with me as I thought about the billions of tons of waste already in landfills, the unwanted legacy we have inherited from previous generations, which truly will take hundreds of years to decompose, if it ever decomposes at all. But we are the enlightened age with technical advancements and global arenas such as UAE COP28 to promote recycling and stop us leaving our own unwanted legacy of our buried trash for future generations to deal with the consequences of. Recyclables are not waste. Recycling facilities are like mines above ground, rich with valuable resources that can be reused to preserve the environment and facilitate the circular economy. Metals are a great example of the circular economy model because metal is a permanent material. Unlike other materials, if properly sorted and processed, metal can be indefinitely recycled without loss of quality. Metal is also a great example for energy and carbon savings if we use raw materials from recycling in preference to freshly mined ore. Recycling copper saves up to 85% of the energy used in primary production. Recycling one aluminium drinks can provides enough energy to run a TV for 3 hours. The European Copper Institute has calculated that for every 9 million tonnes of copper that is recycled, 40 million tonnes of CO2 is saved, the equivalent of taking 16 million passenger cars off the road, a huge environmental benefit. Globally, 1.8 billion tonnes of steel, which is needed for infrastructure development, is produced annually, and mills around the world are transitioning to utilise steel scrap in their production in preference to iron ore due to its strong environmental credentials. Every 1,000 tonnes of recycled steel utilised saves 1,500 tonnes of iron ore being mined from the ground. 70% of the energy, 40% of the water, and 500 tonnes of coal are saved. CO2 emissions are reduced by 75%. That's 970 tonnes of CO2 not entering the atmosphere. So recycling metals such as steel, copper and aluminium are critical to achieve the climate objectives we have set at previous COP meetings, especially as these metals are used in virtually all applications needed to make us climate neutral by 2050. Applications such as digital transformation, the rollout of electric vehicles, and the installation of wind turbines. For example, an offshore wind generation plant creating 40 gigawatts will require 450,000 tonnes of copper. To fulfill this need in the most environmentally efficient manner, we will need to exploit the stocks of resources already above ground from what we call the urban mine. I am sure, like me, you have old mobile phones and chargers, redundant IT equipment somewhere at home or in your office. These urban mines represent a new opportunity to recover economic value and create new employment. The functionality and miniaturization of electrical and electronic products, mobile phones, tablets and computers, is dependent on the physical properties of precious and specialty metals such as gold, silver and platinum. E-waste recycling provides a significant opportunity to minimize environmental impacts through recovering these critical raw materials. Yet at this time, many electronic products end up in landfill at the end of their useful life. As most electronic items include lithium-ion batteries, this can cause environmental impacts as their hazardous elements leach into the soil and contaminate watercourses, as well as the permanent loss of lithium, a critical raw material. A good example of utilizing the urban mine comes from Japan. They wanted to ensure every single medal awarded at the Tokyo Olympics and Paralympics was made from recycled metal. The metal used to craft approximately 5,000 gold, silver and bronze medals took 2 years to collect. Close to 79,000 tons of small electronic devices, including 6.21 million mobile phones, was collected and recycled into 32 kilograms of gold, 3,500 kilograms of silver, and 2,200 kilograms of bronze. The work towards a circular economy has clearly begun. However, if circular economy principles are to continue to develop, there needs to be a change in hearts, mindset, motivation and behaviours of all. And I believe COP28 here in the UAE is a perfect platform to shine the light on recycling, which has been ignored in the previous 27 COP meetings. Thank you for your attention.